Well, shares of Snap down 20% so far this week after jumping 44% on the very first day of trading. Checking in on pre-market shares at this time, we saw it hovering around the unchanged line. So look at that. You're up 3 cents, 21.47 for Snap right now. So what's the future of Snap? And the investors want to know, and the IPO market as well. Joining us now, JMP Group President Carter Mack. JMP was a co-manager in the Snap deal. So overall, Snap, big picture, you're saying high growth. What about the management of the company? Is this a blip? We're seeing a lot of sell ratings, but the underwriters can't put out their positive news for another 20, 25 days or so.
Right. It's hard to draw a lot of conclusions from the early trading days of the stock. As you said, the stock was up very big on the opening day. It was up again the second day. So if you look at it today, trading about 21.50, it's up 26% from the IPO price. You know, it was a good debut. I think that the stock traded up, which is a good signal for the market. And I think what it signals is that the IPO market is open and investors are looking for growth. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of technology companies that are lining up to get on file, or that are already on file confidentially, that are going to flip to public filings and try to market their IPOs in the second quarter.
So we're going to see a lot of tech IPOs particularly coming down the pipe, which is good news.
We're going to see a lot more tech IPOs than we've seen in the last year, which has been...
And why exactly is that?
Well, I think companies are realizing that the IPO market is open. And as I said, investors are looking for growth. The IPO market right now doesn't have a demand problem. It has a supply problem. Investors are looking at deals. They're buying deals. The average IPO from last year is up about 36% since pricing. Average IPO that's been done this year is up 14%. Those are great returns, and we think that the IPO market is as good as it gets right now. Volatility low, markets up, investors looking for growth companies, so it's a good time to be looking at doing an IPO.
I want to talk about some names. I know Canada Goose is coming to the New York Stock Exchange. Goose, no E. It'll be the ticker symbol. Any other names of the names that you're watching in the IPO market? Well,
there's been a lot of private equity-backed IPOs. I think Canada Goose, J. Jill is another one that's coming this week. On the tech side, there's companies that you probably aren't brand names, but MuleSoft, Alteryx, that we're involved with. And then a lot more are confidentially on file. So it's hard to, the IPO backlog is really hard to judge because you don't know all the companies that are on file confidentially. At JMP, you know, we're in the IPO market. We talk to a lot of these companies. We are, you know, underwriter on a lot of deals, and we're seeing a lot of activity. We're seeing companies picking underwriters. We're seeing companies getting ready to file. So I have a sense that, you know, there's a lot bigger pipeline of deals coming.
And the market's near record highs, so the timing seems right. Let's go back to Snap for a second. There seems to be a lot of concern about the user base, the subscriber base slowing down. But would your argument to that be that Snap users are so engaged, and that's what the company cares about, engagement?
Yeah, I think that, look, the story on Snap is huge growth, a great demographic, and great engagement by the folks that use Snap, which are my kids.
Do you understand it? As a user, do you understand Snap when you use it?
I'm not a Snap user.
See?
But I'll tell you that they definitely have the attention of my kids. And
not the kids.
A lot of
and the truth of the matter is the advertisers are salivating over this demographic, this young demographic.
Exactly.
Because I saw brand advertising that they basically now, once they become brand loyal, 10, 20, 30 years, they stay with that brand. Carter Mack, JMP Group President, thank you for joining us. And we'll watch Snap today. It's hovering right around that unchanged line.
Thanks, Carter.
Thank you.